sweat, and tears. These are the true markers of effort, the real evidence of a person's commitment. There are things in life you never want to give up, especially when you've poured your heart and soul into them. Some people find it easy to walk away, to let go, because they never truly invested themselves. But if you've worked hard, really hard, if you've sacrificed and given everything you have, then giving up isn't an option. You simply can't walk away, not after everything you've put into it. There are choices in life that you just can't abandon, not because they're easy or convenient, but because you've already given so much. You've sacrificed time, energy, opportunities, sometimes even relationships, just to keep moving forward. For some, quitting is effortless because what lies before them has no meaning. But if this company, if this opportunity, if this dream matters to you, then you're not going to give up. You're not going to back down, and you're not going to walk away. That is what's called character. You mature, you grow, you transform through the ups and downs. The question is, are you ready to experience it? Sometimes you sit alone, overwhelmed with sadness, frustration, or exhaustion. Everything seems to go wrong. Mistakes pile up, setbacks occur, failures mount. Still, you persevere, searching for something that feels right. And when finally things begin to go your way, the sense of accomplishment is more satisfying than you ever imagined possible. You've cried, you've suffered, but after all those tears and all that pain, don't rush to share your story of struggle with the world. No one needs your tale of hardship. They're only interested in whether you got the reward, whether you succeeded. You've already cried. You've given up comfort and leisure. You've distanced yourself from friends. You've sacrificed so much. Now, when you're on the brink of tears again, when you want to turn back, remember, if you were going to quit, you shouldn't have started. You didn't have to come this far only to give up. You didn't need to spend all this time and energy only to surrender now. Instead, use your pain. Decide what you will take from it. Let it shape you. Let it teach you. But above all, let it fuel you. You've already suffered, so put that suffering to work. Turn your pain into power. Let it lift you to new heights. Let your pain propel you to greatness. Here's what you need to do. When you step out of this moment, keep moving forward. Stop thinking so much. Stop overanalyzing, questioning, doubting. You tell yourself you're failing, that you don't know if this will succeed. But you won't know unless you keep trying. The only way you can lose is if you choose to quit. Just keep moving forward. That's all that matters. Out there, you're facing the real world. It's not always pretty, not always kind. You need ambition. You need drive. You'll make mistakes. Things will go wrong, but you can fix them. The real failure is when you decide not to continue, when you stop at the first sign of difficulty. You have to fight or be defeated. When you step onto the battlefield, the time for games is over. There's no room for those who surrender. On the battlefield, take every opportunity you can get, because if you don't, someone else will, and they won't hand it back to you. No one is going to give you freedom. No one is going to hand you success. You have to seize it. You have to fight for it. The obstacles won't disappear on their own. The pain won't fade away by itself. The struggle will not end unless you confront it. You are a warrior. You do not retreat. You do not surrender. You do not compromise. Now is the time to fight. You're going through trials and hardships. The best thing you can do is face them head on. The worst thing you can do is panic. Eagles fly best when the storm is at its fiercest because they don't avoid the wind. They use it to rise higher. So don't worry about your difficulties and challenges. Use them to lift yourself above the clouds. Don't waste time worrying about those who dislike you or doubt you. Haters are like pigeons. They can only fly so high. You don't need to worry about other people, about circumstances, or about situations. Just soar to heights they can never reach. You are the boss. The boss does not doubt, does not dwell in negativity, does not indulge in self-pity. Success belongs to those who take control, and you must constantly remind yourself of that. That little voice in your head will appear when you feel unsafe or unsure, but you must remind yourself, you are in charge. Stop being a victim. Don't let life push you down. Fight back. The moment you tell yourself you are in control is the moment everything starts to change. Everything begins when you take responsibility and declare, I can make this life into anything I want. No one and nothing will define my destiny except me. Look your doubts in the eye and say, you cannot defeat me. I am too strong. Let the challenges come and you will be the one left standing. Keep going no matter how much it hurts, no matter how difficult it gets. Just keep going. When you break through that wall, the challenge will collapse. It won't be a question of whether you can do it, because it will already be done. When you stop worrying, when you start believing, when you find your calm and begin to realize you deserve the reward, that you were meant to have it all, that this is your domain, your moment, everything changes. When you're no longer focused on obstacles, when you stop caring about what others think or say, when you no longer seek anyone's approval, it's already done. The victory is yours. Whatever it takes, you must fight. You must push all the way to the end. It's over when the pressure inside you is stronger than the pressure outside. Then, and only then, will you realize that everything you need is already within you. The courage, the strength, the determination. You just have to dig deep, hold on, and never, ever let go.